Haiti, 1962. Clairvius Narcisse is walking down the street when he suddenly collapses and dies. His family buries him. That very night, some people dig up the body and perform a certain ritual. After that, Clairvius returns to life as a zombie. He, along with several others like him, is used as a slave on sugarcane plantations. They are completely devoid of will, beings who do not perceive themselves as individuals. The events then take us 55 years forward, to Paris, to a girls' lyceum. A teenage girl named Fanny has always felt lonely, but everything changes after a new student appears in her class. The newcomer is named Melissa. Her family has moved from Haiti. The girls have similar tastes in clothing and music, so they quickly find common ground. Fanny is by no means an outcast, yet she finds the other girls boring. They think Melissa is strange and might not fit into their literary society. But Fanny is certain there is something special about Melissa, especially since she dances so amazingly well. Eventually the girls decide to test Melissa before accepting her into their literary society. Fanny tells Melissa about it, yet she cannot reveal exactly how they plan to test her. Fanny is passionate about poetry and lives in her own world, constantly sending lofty declarations of love to her boyfriend by message. They are currently apart, since they study at different lyceums. Fanny sends Melissa a message, asking her to meet at midnight near the fake statues. But the girl still has no idea what secret her new classmate's family is hiding. In the past, the zombie Clairvius, while the overseer on the plantation was distracted, tried some meat. When the overseer noticed this, he shoved Clairvius away. Zombies are forbidden to eat meat or salt. Creatures like him are not supposed to remember who they were before death, yet for some reason Clairvius suddenly remembered his wife, the woman he had loved so much. Her image rose vividly in his mind. Clairvius, along with the other zombies, was doomed to drag out his existence working on the plantations, and this could have lasted forever. Someone who is already dead cannot by definition leave life a second time. However, Clairvius, guided by the remnants of his memories, wandered through familiar places during the night. In the present, at midnight, Melissa meets the girls at their secret place, inside the lyceum's prop room, where various stage decorations are kept. They ask her not to tell anyone about this place. The girls are ready to accept Melissa into their society of contemporary literature lovers on one condition: she must tell them something deeply personal about herself. This is the requirement for everyone who wishes to join their club. The main thing is that it resonates with all of them. Only one attempt is given. Hearing footsteps, the girls quickly blow out the candles and hide. Fortunately, their presence goes unnoticed. They light the candles again and continue their improvised rite. Melissa must decide what the most private thing she can reveal about herself will be. The girl recites a poem from memory, a poem dedicated to the people of Haiti and their strange practices connected with zombies, as well as to slavery. It sounds eerie and mesmerizing at the same time. The girls ask her to sit there, while they discuss it among themselves. Left alone, Melissa plays an energetic song on her phone, and without even noticing begins to move to the rhythm. Only in dance does she find complete harmony with herself. For her people this means much more than just tempo and movement, it is a connection with the world of spirits. At last the girls return and announce that she has been accepted into their literary society. Melissa thanks them. Everyone is curious why her family moved here. Melissa explains that 7 years ago an earthquake destroyed their home and everything around it. Many people were injured back then. Sadly, Melissa's parents died during the earthquake. The girl now lives with her aunt, Katie. They get along very well. Katie is a mambo dancer. Melissa misses her parents, but she can now speak about what happened quite freely, because many years have passed. The next day the headmistress of the lyceum announces to the girls that on Monday, they will light the eternal flame at the tomb of the unknown soldier beneath the Arc de Triomphe together with the President of the Republic. It is an enormous honor and responsibility. It will allow them to realize what values they have inherited, and how important it is to preserve them for future generations. The headmistress also emphasizes how important it is for each of them to receive their school leaving certificate. Intrigued, Fanny searches the internet for mambo, a Cuban style of music and dance. It is directly connected with voodoo rituals. For Fanny this is something entirely new. For the rest of the day she cannot get it out of her head. In the past, Clairvius continues to perceive the world through the prism of his post-mortem existence. He has no place among the living, nor among those who are gone. He is trapped somewhere in between. His soul is tormented. Although the girls have accepted Melissa, they still consider her strange. Melissa for her part is satisfied with everything, except for the fact that she has to wear a school uniform. She calls Katie and tells her about everything. The girl is happy that she has found such lovely friends. But Melissa feels shy about listening to the music she truly likes. Since the girls study at a boarding lyceum, they cannot leave except during the holidays. Fanny eagerly waits for a week and a half to pass so she can finally see her boyfriend. They are constantly messaging each other. Fanny cannot think about anything else. In her messages to her beloved, the girl writes about how unbearable it is to be without him. In the past, Clairvius wandered through the cemetery and found his own grave. He had died at the age of only 40. Suddenly Clairvius noticed two people and hurried away. He was afraid of someone, but who exactly? At night, secretly from the Lyceum administration, the girls leave their bedrooms, switch on the flashlights on their phones and once again slip into the prop room. They light candles and chat about everything in the world, studies, grades and boys. This is part of their small rituals of the literary society. The girls like to quietly play music, sing and fantasize. Meanwhile, Melissa's classmates begin to notice more and more disturbing oddities about her. For example, in her sleep she makes eerie sounds, nothing like snoring. But Fanny hardly thinks about it. She is eagerly awaiting her meeting with her boyfriend, Pablo. In the past, Clairvius wandered through the streets and found his wife. He turned away so that she would not see his face. Then Clairvius watched as the woman fell asleep in their tiny apartment. Once they had been happy there, and had loved each other deeply. Fanny is unable to concentrate on her lessons because of Pablo's latest message. He has broken up with her without waiting for their meeting in person. The girl is devastated, unable to understand why her beloved has done this. Fanny breaks down, and leaving choir practice, cries in an empty corridor. Katie falls into a state resembling a sacred trance and speaks with spirits. Later the woman talks to deceased relatives, saying that their daughter Melissa is a smart girl, she studies well and shows great promise. But Katie worries that Melissa remembers her homeland poorly. 24 years have passed since the death of Katie's father and her sister Miriam. Tomorrow there will be a ceremony in his honor. Katie tries to organize everything here, since she cannot travel to Haiti. The woman regularly speaks with her niece on the phone. Katie wants the girl to be happy, yet not forget her roots. Their people must honor their ancestors, as well as the spirits. Katie never expected to see Fanny on her doorstep, a girl she has never even met. She explains that she studies in the same class as Melissa, and the woman allows her to come in. Fanny is here because she is unhappy and wants to get rid of everything that causes her pain, feelings, thoughts, memories. She believes that Katie can help. The woman objects, saying that she is not a witch and does not practice black magic. She is a mambo. However, Fanny is very persistent and will not leave until she gets what she wants, death. She knows that Katie is a voodoo priestess. No matter who says that doing something like this because of a boy is foolish, the girl does not consider her love a trivial matter. She no longer wants to feel anything. Even if Katie agrees, it will not necessarily work, because voodoo is a special culture, the vigil of an entire people. Fanny must possess sincere faith and become initiated into voodoo. The girl is ready for this. Katie has a special gift, she can speak with spirits. Sometimes she allows foreign souls to enter her body. Fanny declares that she has changed her mind about forgetting everything. She wants Pablo's spirit to enter her body. Katie warns that this is an extremely dangerous practice, since Pablo is not a spirit but a living soul. Anything could go wrong. Katie has an inclination toward magic because her father was a zombie. Melissa does not know that Fanny is here, and she should not know. Fanny will return tomorrow for the ritual. The girl is ready to pay 1,500 euros. Clairvius, this is where it all started. Once being neither alive nor entirely dead, he remained the loneliest creature on the planet. At night, the girls are awakened by strange sounds coming from a toilet stall. Since Melissa's bed is empty, it must be her inside. This frightens the girls a little. Melissa is making ominous sounds. The next day Fanny is absent from classes under the pretext of a distant relative's funeral. The girls find it strange that she did not tell anyone about it. Fanny comes to Katie, the moment has come. On that very day in Haiti, Melissa's family is holding their annual ceremony. The girls demand that Melissa explain what is going on. They feel that something is wrong. Why does she sometimes make strange sounds or perform ritual dances when no one is watching? Melissa replies that today in Haiti, her family is holding a special ceremony, the anniversary of her grandfather's death. She wishes to be there at least in spirit. Fanny hands Katie a photograph of Pablo for the ritual, while Melissa continues telling the girls how her grandfather suddenly died in 1962. He was buried immediately, yet he was neither alive nor dead, he became a zombie. His name was Clairvius Narcisse. Katie prepares everything for the ritual. Fanny understands the danger perfectly well and accepts it. She is far too obsessed with Pablo. Melissa continues her story. Some people stole Clairvius's body, gave him some kind of potion, and then forced him to work on a sugar plantation together with other zombies. He could see, hear and work, yet he could neither speak nor feel. Zombies have no memory. While Katie calls upon the forces of the spirits, Fanny with her eyes closed, thinks about Pablo and cannot hold back a smile. Melissa says that if a zombie tastes meat or salt, it regains self-awareness. The same thing happened to Clairvius. Usually in such a state, a zombie furiously searches for its masters in order to get rid of them, and then seeks out its grave to lie down in it once more. But Clairvius acted differently. He ran away and hid. Clairvius was afraid, because he knew that it was a voodoo priest who had turned him into a zombie. Clairvius's own brother had made the deal with the priest, because of the inheritance. And so Melissa's grandfather wandered through the world of the living. The fate of a zombie is hell on earth. Only rarely did he appear, merely to watch his wife from afar. Clairvius did not dare speak to her until the death of his traitorous brother, who throughout his life had been protected by a powerful secret voodoo society. When Clairvius returned to his wife, Melissa's mother and aunt were born. Clairvius's relatives perform ritual dances to summon him, while Katie, using black magic, tries to reach Pablo's soul. Everyone familiar with the culture of voodoo knows how dangerous such a practice is. There are intermediaries between the world of the living and the dead, and the most dangerous among such beings, Baron Samedi. He is both a demon and a god. Only he can lead a person into the world of the dead. As might be expected, the ritual does not go according to plan. Instead of Pablo, Baron Samedi enters Fanny's body. Katie, awakening from the sacred trance, looks at the demon in horror and begs him to find another body. But the creature desires only one thing: victims. Without a doubt, Katie will pay for what she has done in the cruelest possible way. The girls cannot believe that Melissa is the granddaughter of a zombie. She insists that spirits exist, and that they are closer than people think. Voodoo magicians are intermediaries who connect the two worlds. Fanny regains consciousness beside Katie's body, remembering nothing. Exhausted, the girl returns to the Lyceum and goes to sleep. Then we return to the events of 1980. Clairvius finally reunites with his beloved wife, who has remained faithful to him all these years. The man says that everything is behind them now, that he is no longer a slave. They embrace tightly. After that, Clairvius lives an ordinary life. How many zombies wander the land of Haiti? No one knows.